Everyone can get behind the idea that there are just certain ways you shouldn't act on the internet. Fortunately for everyone else, though, many people do not get this memo. This is Internet Tragedies. For this first episode of this documentary-like series, I'd like to cover an internet legend. That internet legend goes by many names. The Lord, the Savior, the Way, the Truth, the Life, but everyone else knows him as Chris Chan. Kristen Weston Chandler, Chris Chan, is a longtime vlogger and creator of Sonichu. What is Sonichu, you ask? We'll get to that in a second. Chandler had an internet presence since 1999, but really rose to fame in 2007, when he became a target of Encyclopedia Dramatica, 4chan, and the Kiwi Farms. Christian was expelled for a year for posting signs in the public trying to find a female partner. This was only the beginning of Christian's long-running love quest. While he was expelled, he published his first issue of Sonichu, his own webcomic. Sonichu was a webcomic about a Sonic Pikachu hybrid and Rosechu, as well as Christian as Sonichu's father. The webcomic originally was supposed to be about Sonichu, but over time became more and more about Christian. In 2007, Christian began being targeted by website 4chan. This happened when a drawing of Sonichu was posted on 4chan's image board. It didn't take long for people of 4chan to find his comics, website, and YouTube channel. Christian responded by uploading a video addressing all of these new changes.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, and dudes of all teenagers, as well as the gals. My name is Christian Chandler. I am here, and y'all are there. This message is for everyone of the present and the future beyond this date, February 24th, 2007, my birthday, my 25th birthday. I am high-functioning autistic, and in my 25 years, I have seen and learned so much. And today, I intended to share some wise words that I hope each and every one of you will take to heart and allow for yourself and everyone else a better, brighter future.
There is so much stuff about Christian Chandler on the internet that it can't even really be broken down into just one story. Thus, many fans and non-fans of Christian have created the Chris Chan sagas. We will be going through most of them, starting with the Megan and Adam and ED sagas. Megan was a real-life friend of Christian who he met in college. Christian had entered Chop Chop Master Onion's Rap Showdown. This was a Sony competition made to promote Parappa the Rapper. Many believe Christian entered this contest to impress Megan. Christian ultimately ended up losing to Adam Stackhouse. In response, Chandler dejected and accused Adam of cheating. Megan, however, told Chris Chan that she was glad he lost, and his obsession with her, quite frankly, disturbed her. However, despite this, they remained friends. Not much later, Encyclopedia Dramatica was created. An article was created about him on his website. The page was mainly trolling. In response, Chris responded with yet another video. Chris declared war on the website, denouncing it as slander, igniting a flame war. He began trying to flood the page with Rule 34 images. This even included pictures of him being intimate with Megan. When Megan eventually found out, she broke off communication with Chris, and their friendship ended in March 2008. Chris uploaded another video clarifying that this was in fact Megan in the picture, clearing up that it was not his fictional daughter as many speculated it was. The BLANCA Jimmy Hill sagas. BLANCA Weiss was a character created by several catfishing trolls trying to mess with Christian even more. This was only the beginning of the many catfish that would try to troll Christian. 3 different internet users played this part. They interacted with Christian by instant messages and telephoning him. BLANCA, quote-unquote, requested Christian's beloved Sonichu medallion he always was spotted wearing. He sent it to Icarus69, not knowing it wasn't actually BLANCA. Icarus responded by posting a video of him destroying the medallion.
And why do I sing? Why does December seem sunny as spring? Why do I get up each morning to start happy and head up with joy in my heart?
In September 2008, more trolling attempts began on Encyclopedia Dramatica. The troll Lord Silly Nipples claimed to have pornographic photos of Christian. Another troll, Jimmy Hill, claimed to be the real creator of Sonichu, and Chris was informed that he quote-unquote had been making a killing off of it in the United Kingdom. Christian became angry. Christian would address him several times in his vlogs. Around February 2009, Jimmy's site no longer was updated. The CLYDE Cash Sagas. CLYDE Cash was a troll that would go on to become Chris Chan's worst enemy. One of Clash's lies was that his younger brother Ryan killed himself when Chris said he was going to stop publishing Sonichu comics. This would lead to Cash bullying Chandler for a long time. Around this time, another sweetheart emerged for Chris, Panda Halo. CLYDE told Chris that he raped her, and that she became pregnant. Cash then impersonated Shigeru Miyamoto of Nintendo. He told Chris that Sonichu was a game he considered and rejected. Chris replied with another video.
Ohio, Mr. Miyamoto-san. I am here. I have decided to do this video standing up as I felt it more appropriate, so that I could also allow myself to bow for your presence and such. So hopefully we can set this minor bit of bad business aside and continue on for good business. And hopefully I will be able to meet with you in Redmond as soon as possible. I'll be talking to my church congregation tomorrow. And I wish you a pleasant day, Miyamoto-san.
Alright, are you ready for things to get really crazy, guys? Okay, because things are about to get really crisscrossy with all these trolls. CLYDE Cash trolled Christian in real life by getting another individual, Robert Simmons, to start making videos also pretending to be Chris Chan. But not only that, he also sabotaged another date with another girlfriend who also was another troll by sending a man in a pickle costume to the same location.
I'm Pickle Rick!
CLYDE then faked his death in May 2009. The BLUESPIKE and Julie saga. BLUESPIKE, yet another troll, met with Christian in December of 2008. BLUESPIKE pretended to be a girl named Julie, who wanted to be Christian's girlfriend. BLUESPIKE was as sick as far as to go to tricking Christian into uploading a video of him having sex with a doll. Then BLUESPIKE assumed another role as Max, pretending to be Julie's younger brother. Then over the course of an hour in March of 2009, hacked Christian's PlayStation account and threatened to sell the account on eBay if Christian didn't stop seeing Julie. He would do this unless Christian said Billy Mays is the mayor of Quickville, the fictional location and setting in Sonichu, while putting his Sonichu medallion, he made another, up his ass.
But this is... Should we talk with the fans for like 5 minutes, and then I'll tell you, please?
I'm sorry.
No. No, I'm ready to tell you.
Okay.
This whole time, Chris, you've been having sex with a 13-year-old boy, you sick fuck!
What?
Yeah, I'm a 13-year-old boy, Chris, and you've been having sex with me this entire time. I'm gonna give all your fucking data to Chris Hansen, you fucking pedal fork, so you better get the fuck out now, before I report you to the fucking feds.
After this, March 2009, yet another troll began to pick on Christian, under the pseudonym Ivy. Christian was fully convinced that Ivy was a real person and that they were really together. She became a character in Sonichu, and Christian made many videos about her, even as far as making a marriage proposal video. In July of that year, Christian would be told that Ivy killed herself. This would be referenced in Sonichu as a tribute. The Liquid Chris saga. A month before the end of the Ivy saga, Liquid Chris, an impersonator of Chris Chan, claimed Christian was an impersonator of him. Christian unfortunately fell for this bait. What was referred to as the Quick Civil War, a small battle began between the two trying to prove who was the real Chris Chan, even though Liquid Chris was obviously an impersonator. Now, the best part of the Quick Civil War, without a doubt, was the karaoke competition.
I wish to sing a song that I wrote when I was 22 years old, 22 years of age, and do a live performance for y'all. A live performance,
Without a fire, but a desire to not hear you say, I have a boyfriend.
And Chris lost. Liquid Chris would troll Chris until November of that year. Asperchew and Wikipedia. Now, not only were there impersonators of Chris, there were impersonators of Sonichu. Asperchew was a Sonichu parody comic. Chris didn't take very kindly to this after being sent several gay photos of artwork featuring Sonichu and Asperchew characters. In response, Chris posted his own comic, taking the characters and transforming them to fit into Quickville, and tried to convince everyone that this was part of the Asperchew canon as well. Chris would go on to apologize for this. He didn't seem very sorry though, because later when he published Sonichu issue 10, he depicted several different ways of Alec, the creator of Asperchew, being killed in several different ways. The Surfshack Tito and first Exile. In March of 2010, Chris finally thought enough was enough and attempted to completely disappear and disconnect from the internet. While people thought he was gone, in reality Chris was actually still there and was in contact with yet another girl, the Jackie and Tom girl saga. Jackie was yet another troll. Jackie began to contact Chris in April of 2010. Jackie discovered Chris's interesting online presence, and Chris in response made a video at the end of April describing things he would do to her.
I'm gonna show you some ways on how I can pleasure you orally. Okay? I got a few ideas, like, I would definitely give you some finger play. Lots of fingers.
Later in the year, they'd actually become friends, and Jackie began to try to help Chris. In March of the next year, 2011, Chris told Jackie about his new interest, cross-dressing. In the end of April, Surfshack Tito images leaked of Chris in his room, cross-dressing. This saga would end in September with the death of Christian's father, Robert. The Gameplays saga. Christian's favorite place to go was the local game store, Gameplays. An interesting note is this is the place where him and Megan also became friends. During this time, Christian would be repeatedly warned by the store's staff for his numerous behavior issues. Some of this includes racism, yelling at children, poor sportsmanship, and disrupting shopping experience for others. How did the internet find out about this, you ask? Oh, 2 trolls. Interesting enough, this actually happened because they experienced this firsthand while they were at the store. In 2008, Christian was officially banned by Gameplays. This would lead to several instances of Christian trying to convince the store owner, Mike Snyder, to appeal the ban. How did Chris do this? Oh, he just spammed him with emails all the time, and trying to sneak into the store. In October of this year, Chris and his mother, Barbara, were arrested. They were arrested under the allegation that they were trying to hit the owner of Gameplays with their car. Chris would be sentenced to community service and a year of probation. While the interest in Christian has plummeted over the years, without a doubt, his legacy will always be remembered for just how bizarre it is. And as always, don't act like this.